corrosion. So what is corrosion? In normal layman language, it is nothing but destruction of metal surface. Clear? So what happens when a metal surface is exposed to atmosphere? Due to the atmospheric factors, this metal surface deteriorates its strength. That is because of oxidation. Clear? So what is corrosion? It is nothing but destruction of a metal surface due to oxidation is called as corrosion. So let us understand these things. So how oxidation occurs? So when a metal like iron is exposed to atmosphere, it reacts with the oxygen atoms that are present in the atmosphere, and this forms Fe2O3. So iron has 3 electrons that are free to move and oxygen has 2. So this forms Fe2O3, that is ferrous oxide. So this ferrous oxide is also known as residue. So this residue is nothing but that leads to the destruction of material, and this process is known as corrosion. Clear? So we can even define corrosion as deposition of its material in its other components, that is in terms of oxides, which decreases the strength of the material due to the presence of oxygen in the atmosphere. That process is called as corrosion. So to remember easily, you can just remember destruction of metal surface due to oxidization is called as corrosion. Now, carrying the same example, why this Fe2O3 is formed, we'll just see it in detail. So you have a ferrous metal, okay, this is exposed to atmosphere. So in atmosphere you will have presence of moisture, that is the water content H2O, and you will have the presence of oxygen, that is the O2. So when this ferrous material is exposed to moisture and oxygen that are present in the atmosphere, what happens? This material acts as an electrolyte, and on the surface of this material both anode and cathode are formed, and the oxygen that is given from the atmosphere acts as the electric charge. So if you remember this setup, we have already discussed it in electrolysis process. So we have the electrolyte, we have 2 electrodes, that is anode, cathode, and electric charge, that is the battery. What happens there? Electrode decomposes itself and liberates ions. The same concept occurs here. So the ferrous metal acts as electrolyte, and on the surface, due to the presence of moisture, anode and cathode are formed, and the oxygen acts as the electric charge. So this process is again the electrolysis process. So due to this, what happens? Both the anode and cathode deposits the ions. Here you will have the positive ions, here you will have the negative ions. This deposition is again from the metal surface. So this metal surface deteriorates and gets deposited on the surface, and this deposition is called as the residue. So this residue is nothing but the corrosion product. Clear?